Today, I'll be making a video with this guy, Rich with Cars.
That's right.
Oh, technically this is my first official collab on this channel.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No, I thought you did a collab with your jiu-jitsu guy there.
Oh, that's true. Sorry. Yeah. Second collab.
Yeah, now I don't feel as special anymore.
Not as special, not as special.
Not as special.
I'm not a car expert. I just really like my Tesla Model Y. Here I got a car expert who's gonna review it.
Let's dive in and take a look. All right, let's give it a shot. This is something that takes some getting used to, one pedal driving, because I keep on trying to hover over the brakes, and then as soon as I let go of the gas, it just stops. I haven't really tried pushing the car very hard, but just from a simple push of the go pedal, it is quite fast. Let's not forget this is the dual motor, not performance, but dual motor long range. Let's not forget that all the batteries are located at the bottom of the vehicle, so you do get a better center of gravity. The rear window is quite small, so it makes it very difficult to see. So you could see the actual camera, but it doesn't make it any better in terms of your, natural driving. The steering is quite numb. Suspension is quite soft. All in all, it's a good family car. I wouldn't say it's a performance-oriented or enthusiast type of vehicle. Let's not forget it is a 7-seater. It is pretty good. Not much body roll based on what I've actually felt so far. You do have quite a bit of torque because it is an electric vehicle. Yeah, that's basically it. Those are my general driving impressions.
So it's interesting to see him give his feedback about the car.
So the Tesla Model Y first got released in 2020. It was unveiled in 2019. But this particular one marks the first year, which is a 2021, where the Tesla Model Y actually got released as a 7-seater. I can't say that I'm a huge fan of this design. As you can see from the side profile, sort of like a flat nose. There's not that many character lines on the front. We have this new design fog light at the bottom, which is very similar to what they have on the Tesla Model S, alongside with these headlights, which are full LED. And then you have the daytime running light right above that. Let's move along a little bit here towards the side. So this particular one actually comes with the 20-inch wheels. Beautiful, beautiful curb marks on these wheels. I love how this owner just took amazing care. Him and his entire family just taking amazing care of these wheels. As you can see, these beautiful curb marks.
I'm blaming the wife. This year I'm blaming the wife. I kind of know how to drive. I like to pretend I know how to drive.
Fair enough. I'm not too sure what sort of size brake discs we got behind that, but they look like they're probably close to 15-inch. It is a relatively heavy vehicle, so we do have to have good braking power, but Teslas are known to be under braked, if anything, compared to the horsepower that it has. I do like a lot the fact that this particular Model Y actually does have, these black accents. Instead of having chrome all around, you do have black accents around the mirrors, and then you have the black trim that goes around the actual windows as well. It kind of gives a more sporty look at the same time. I do like this color, dark blue color. It's kind of similar to some of the other manufacturers like BMW Monaco Blue, or even my Lexus LC500 Nightfall Mica. Like other Teslas, you do have this camera here on the side. This is a dual motor version. This has the extra horsepower. This is your charge port, so whenever you actually come up to that car, and you can actually use the key or you can use the phone. So it opens it up, and then you can actually charge your Tesla over here. Very seamless and integrated into the car's body as well. Generally speaking, the exterior lines are very clean. You don't have much character lines on the vehicle itself, and most of the reason for that is just because of the fact that they try to keep it as aerodynamic as possible. Let's dive into the interior. You can use the phone app to actually open the doors. We also have a key fob. This is the actual key fob, which is pretty cool. It doesn't have delineations for the actual different buttons. You just press different parts of the key fob, which resembles the car's shape, and it'll just open different parts of the vehicle. That's one thing right there that I'm not crazy about. The door handles themselves, when you try to open it, it doesn't pop open when you actually press it. So you have to do sort of like in a single motion. Press here, and then you actually try to catch the handle as it comes out. In my opinion, that's a little bit inconvenient. We have the interior over here. Let's just look at the seats. Vegan leather. It's been pretty comfortable. So you got the steering wheel over here. It's pretty standard, traditional 3-spoke steering wheel. Very, very cool thing is that you have these knobs over here, mouse scrollers, that will allow you to actually control the vehicle through this infotainment screen, you'll choose whatever you want to do. You have your gear lever right there, sort of grandpapa style, Buick style, I guess you could say, old school. But you know, they do this here so that it keeps the middle over here all clean without any levers or anything at all. Both turn signal and wiper stalk over here on the same side. Quite unconventional, but they do it just to keep everything simple. Since this stalk was taken up by the gear lever, they basically integrated both the turn signal and the wiper stalk over here. Controls are quite minimalistic in terms of physical buttons because everything is actually controlled through this infotainment screen right here. The infotainment alone is something pretty crazy because there's so many different functionalities. You can modulate, you can basically play around with, but it does take some time because I know several different Tesla owners that have had their Teslas for several months and it took them quite some time to get used to it just because there's so many different controls. You have a wireless charging pad over here for 2 phones. You have extra storage over here, and of course you got some cup holders over here, and then finally you have your middle glove compartment over there as well. If you guys notice, there's no button anywhere for the glove box. To open it, you just press the car button over here, and then if you guys see close over there, there's a glove box, and then you just opened it. That's one thing I'm not crazy about Tesla, to be honest, is the fact that everything is integrated into the infotainment. Of course, it cleans up the entire interior, but of course it makes it a little bit more complicated because in order to access some of the more basic controls like opening a glove box, you have to go through, you know, the infotainment over there. You have the vents that cross all along the dash over there, as you can see here in the picture. Even if you want to adjust the vent direction, you have to do it through here. Yeah, it's gimmicky, it's cool, but I think some of the more basic functions like you know, adjusting your vents, opening the glove box, should have been kept more traditional. Of course, I can go into a whole bunch of different stuff. These are more entertainment based or app based type of controls like Spotify, calendar, messages, things like that. All your basic car functions are gonna be over here through the car button at the lower left corner. You have like your autopilot controls. You can check your charging status as well. Something that was pretty cool because we just took the car for a car wash. You go into the service mode over here. There's a car wash mode over there. And that, I believe, does a few things to protect the car from getting damaged through a car wash. I wanted to show you guys a little bit the really cool roof over here. It does not open, but it does span the almost full length of the vehicle. That gives you a very open feel. It does come fully tinted from the factory, so that actually dissipates a lot of the heat when it's actually sunny outside. This is the first year, 2021, where you have the 3-row 7-seater. I have about 1.5 inches of space between my knee and the actual back of the seat, so that's pretty good. We do have a couple of vents over here and a couple of USB-C plugs as well, which is pretty good. I want to show you guys how much space I got here. It seems like I got about a good 1.5 inches or so in terms of headspace.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'1". Now touching the glass a little bit, it is quite warm. If your head is touching, let's say you're taller than I am, you're gonna have a fried brain.
So it is worth noting, if you want, you could buy an accessory, a shade.
So now you can actually adjust this moving forward or back. That same button over here, which is automatic, it's not manual, that will actually allow you to bring the seat forward and access the 3rd row seats. Wow. I don't know how much space you actually got there because it doesn't seem like you have too much leg space over there. I definitely cannot fit in there, but I guess you can fit in your kids. You do have some cup holders over there. I wouldn't say that this is very convenient for adults. Super cool thing over here, you do have a super deep, I would say it's about 1.5 foot depth. Of course, you can take down your 3rd seats and that'll give you additional cargo volume space. There you go. Let's not forget, this is an electric vehicle. This Tesla Model Y has a front like all other Teslas. It just opens up. So Andrew, thanks for joining us and thanks for allowing me to review your car.
Thanks for allowing me to film you while you're filming me.
I love it. Love it.
So a few things. If you get a Tesla, make sure you get a charger at your house. That's a must. I'm lucky because Tesla gave me some cables, but from what I understand, and you guys need to double check, I was told that with like the Model S and I think maybe even the Y, they're not giving these charging cables, which I'm about to show you. You see I got 2 bags here. This are all extras. If you're in North America, don't waste your money on these cables, okay? What I suggest is what came with Tesla. Believe it or not, in the summer, you could get in 24 hours about a 20% charge.
Like regular outlet?
Yeah, regular outlet.
Okay.
This came with Tesla, you know, the adapter.
Yeah.
And this here too.
Okay.
From what I heard, they don't give this anymore. You gotta buy it, which is not cool. You know, when you're spending tens of thousands of dollars, come on, throw in the cables. But what I do recommend getting, and I got this from Amazon, this adapter. So a lot of times when you go to people's houses, in the new houses, you will have this type of plug in the garage. And I couldn't buy this from Tesla. I actually bought it from a third party on Amazon. And with this, you can charge, just say, your full car within, at least my Model Y. It will take about 10 to 12 hours. I wanted to get a Tesla because I had a few friends who had the Model S.
Yeah.
I fell in love with it, but I have 3 kids, so I wanted a bigger car. I waited till the 7-seater was ready. So I got the 7-seater for, you know, those emergencies when my kids' friends are driving with us. It's short distance. We wouldn't do a 1-hour trip. It's really, you know, going to like the pool or to school.
Yeah, short distances.
Short distances, perfect. The third row is really tight. I don't recommend that for long distances, but it's practical.
Right. How do you find the transition from going internal combustion engine to EV?
Once you go electric, you stay electric.
And you haven't had any issues in the wintertime?
Oh, I had absolutely issues in the wintertime, but they fixed it. So I will say, when it comes to customer service, Tesla is amazing. While I was waiting for the heating system to get fixed,
yeah,
they bumped me up to a Tesla Model X.
That's cool.
For 2 weeks. Subscribe to his channel. You'll find a link in the description below. Until next time, you know I love you.
Oh yeah.